Hey everybody, welcome back to Smith Bricks. This is Alan. I really appreciate you all coming out and building with us today. We've got another awesome set to review with each other. This time we've got Captain Rex's ATTE, set number 75157 that we'll be reviewing with each other. This one comes straight out of the Rebel Season 2. It was released back in 2016. It would have cost you about $120 back then, and it came with 972 pieces. In addition to that, the 5 minifigures that you see here that we're going to go over with each other in just a second. The ATTE, before we jump into the minifigures, it's not your typical ATTE, as you can see. It's got a lot of different colors to it. It doesn't look like your plain Jane ATTE. It's got a landing spot on the back, as you can see, that's really different from any other. In addition to that, you can see the rusted leg that the ATTE had when we were watching the Rebels show. If you've seen that, if you haven't, you're really missing out. You need to look at that. But jumping back into this, let's take a look here at the minifigures before we jump into the ATTE and all of its details, because I was really ecstatic about this set when I was able to purchase it. Now, zooming in on our minifigures here, looking from left to right, you've got some pretty detailed minifigures, but starting with Captain Rex, you can see he's got some of his armor on. It's very worn. All of the clone troopers' armor, it looks pretty worn when you take a look at it up close. You can see all of them have the old looking faces. They are some old guys. They were pretty grumpy on the show as well, but that is also reflective of their age and where we're at in the period in Star Wars. I mean, by the time you get to Rebels, I mean, these guys they're up there, especially with them, aging the way that they did on how the Commonians had developed them to age a little bit faster. But with that, you got Captain Rex to the left. Then you've got Commander Wolfe there in the center. He's got the black arms. And then you've got Commander Gregor there on the end. He actually has his arms out. He's got the guns out. And then he's got his armor on with the little gun. Then to the right of there, you've got the fifth brother, a sought-after piece. I don't think that he was released in any other sets, to be honest with you. So he'll probably cost you a pretty penny if you weren't able to buy this set back in the day. And he's got some pretty nice armor, in addition to his overall head being a custom mold for himself as well. And then we've also got our plain Jane Stormtrooper over here, the replacement for our clone troopers in the Star Wars series later on in the series itself. He's got some nice armor there. You see the dual printed on his legs. You can see his chest armor and everything else. He's got a little bit of a different helmet. Pretty cool. But taking a look at why we're here, the ATTE itself. This was a nice set to build. It's always nice to build something different with Lego. This was the first ATTE I'd ever built. I do own others, but I haven't put those together as of yet. So we'll be doing a review where those go together with one another soon. But taking a look at this, it's got a lot of play features. It must have been pretty hard to really build something like this, to be honest. And why I'm saying that is because with it being a normal ATTE, you had to build that, but then you had to throw all the weird pieces in there to make it look like it looked out of the show, because they pieced it actually together from one that had been wrecked and basically bombarded and beat up. Now, with some of the play features, you've got some of these cranes or arms here that actually have like some detonators that are stored on the inside. So you can move these up and down. You can swivel them around. You can actually pick it up here with the handle that retracts in and out. And when you do so, you can see how the legs, they automatically fall into their natural positions. And then when you place the thing down here, everything sets flat and you can actually push that handle back in there if you want. You got that big gun there in the front that they used to catch that sand crawler or whatever that big worm was that was in the show. That's detailed here. You've got turrets on the front. You've got lights. You've got the actual bait other than Zeb that they use to attract them. And then here on the inside, you've got a little place where you can put your minifigure to actually drive the entire thing, which is pretty cool. So I thought that was nice. As you take a look, you've got a few gaps on this. Not really bad, especially for a 2016 set. I mean, not to say that they couldn't have done it any better. I mean, you could always improve on some things, but as far as the details are concerned, they really knocked the details out of the park. They even have the little landing pad back here that you can put the Phantom. If you have the Phantom 1 or 2, they both can fit right there snug, right there on the back pretty well. And like I said beforehand, you've got the rusted leg that's back there. You also have the ladder to be able to climb up the rear. Here is where you can see the door that goes into the back. And in all actuality, this whole top comes off. And you can see where they've got a picture of the sand crawler that they're tracking there right there in the back. In addition to that, somebody's got a cup of coffee and some tools there as well. So really awesome set from back in the day. They didn't spare anything in regard to detail, I would think, outside of it not having a more snazzier interior. They gave it what it could. It's pretty cool for what it is that it does. I'm satisfied. I mean, with the legs, really, if you could, I mean, you can't pose them or anything. I guess that's the only thing that I would think of that they could have done to make this thing better. But outside of that, as far as it being a play set and it looking good on the shelf, looks absolutely great. I can't wait to build the newer ATTE so that I can have them side by side and do a comparison of both of them, I should say. But thanks for building with us. This was a short review in regards to our ATTE here that we built for Captain Rex. Hope you enjoyed building with us and reviewing the set. You definitely won't be able to buy this one off the normal shelves as it came out in 2016, and the only place you can buy this one, I think, is like off BrickLink or any other third-party websites. But thanks for building with us and coming out with us here at Smith Bricks. We really appreciate you. Don't forget to like this video. Please subscribe to the channel for more Lego content. We will be reviewing more of the newer sets and older sets by Star Wars and Legos, period. Thanks again. Have a great one.